Do men like feet so much? Posing the question.
Dun, dun, dun.
Welcome back to Muse on the Mic. I'm Riley.
And I'm Emily. Thanks everyone for joining us on another great episode here at Muse on the Mic. We are diving into, I think, one of our favorite fetish niches today
Hmm. Hmm.
and talk about all the things. But let me do a quick introduction for everybody that's new. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Riley and I own a rub and tug. Straight up, legal, licensed in Toronto, Canada. We've owned it for 16 years and we've been doing the podcast for 2 years now and
Wow.
talking about all the filthy things, right? Like sex,
All the
relationships, the adult industry, stigma behind the adult industry, women's bodies, men's health, you name it, we talk about it. So, welcome aboard, everyone. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow. We are on the road to 1,000 followers. And then hop over to Patreon because we deliver 3 times the tea over there. There's 3 episodes a week, lots of juicy, sexy information. And we are climbing over there to 50 subscribers. And I'm so excited.
Mhm. So
Riley,
fun.
tell everyone what we're getting into today because this one's going to be so fun. I'm pumped.
It is fun. It is. We're jumping into feet and foot fetish. And let's face it, feet kind of have everyone in a chokehold these days. And I think it's really cool that shame and stigma are disappearing around this topic for the most part because it's pretty mainstream.
It's gone so mainstream. I find it shocking. I was
Mhm.
watching Saturday Night Live, I think it was 2 weeks ago. The new season just started. I'm a
Okay.
big fan. And in the middle of like the news weekend update, they mentioned something about feet pics and feet fetish. And I was just like, yet again, there it is. It's everywhere. And
Hmm.
what pleases and both irritates me is yay, let's talk about it. But boo, because y'all still stigmatize sex work. What the hell,
Yeah.
right? Kink
Yeah.
shaming, laws that don't, accommodate all of the things. The contrast between it like super trending on TikTok and then state of affairs in terms of legalities in many countries, maybe not most, but
Mhm.
many countries, is that it's all stigmatized, whether you're a feet pick provider or a full in-person escort, the entire range is still completely stigmatized. So irritating. And yet it takes this kind of media normalizing on Saturday Night Live to
Mhm.
get to the point where opinions will change. You can see that
Mhm.
with gay marriage and other things that kind of come along the
Yeah.
way. It takes way too long, but here we are. And
Mhm.
the volume of feet fans is
Yes.
growing, I think, because of that popularity, right? Like there's millions and millions and millions more than the millions there already were, because let's be real,
Mhm.
there's millions.
Well, and I think that it's content sharing. We are in a day of
Hmm.
content sharing, so there is just access. You're not just having to go sit on the subway and, peek around. It's you can find it really easily. But I do have a tweet I want to read. It's a short one from
Sweet.
All for Aurora, from Twitter. She says, "Why do men like feet so much?" Posing the question.
Dun, dun, dun. $1 million question, right? Why do people like anything that they like? I think is a
Hmm.
good question to ask. But I found the replies to this tweet super
Hmm.
fascinating because it it ranges, although there's some like similar threads and themes all through it. We got to shout out both our cups for a minute. First of all, Muse. Second of all, go Jays, go!
Go Jays.
When we're recording, we're off to the World Series. Haven't started the World Series yet, so y'all will see this. They might even know the results already.
Ooh,
Either way, go
hope they
Jays.
win.
All right, let's jump into some of these replies because I found them really fascinating.
Okay.
So the first one that caught my eye is there's a theory of neurological cross wiring because of the fact that the parts of your brain that recognize feet and genital sensations are right next to each other. Now, as I was scrolling through, I found another one that was kind of on the same thread. Where did it go? It explained a little bit. Here we go. The somatosensory cortex in the brain maps sensory input, including from the genitals. In the area dealing with feet is and the area dealing with feet is close by. neuroscientists have proposed that a foot fetish could be the result of of a physical proximity causing, in essence, a cross wiring in the brain.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, that's super like niche information.
Mm-hmm.
That is not common knowledge. That is deep, deep in the thick of it, right? But actually makes perfect sense.
That's the one I'm going with. I read that reply as well. And to me, that's facts because, first of all, it's neuroscience. But secondly,
Right,
okay, let's take another obscure body part. A rib cage, the palm of someone's hand, an ear. Now, granted, there's someone that likes, there's everyone likes something, but no one likes
right.
an obscure body part like feet as much. Like it's overwhelming. I really believe, like wholeheartedly, that's where kind of the truth lays.
It would make total sense because as much as many of our sexual tastes are developed in our earliest years, at the same time, it's a numbers game with this one. Like, why is it
Hmm.
so many? And yet, I
Hmm.
think there's small kinks that lots of people have. A praise kink, for example, a little spank, a yes, daddy, a do as you're
Yeah.
told here and there. Those aren't hardcore. They'd barely be called a fetish. Those people wouldn't identify as a fetishist or into BDSM or anything like that. But feet is its own unique like category because
Hmm.
it can be as vanilla and innocent as that. I just like when my wife wears those strappy heels
Yeah.
to full-fledged. We're gonna dive a little deeper into like some of what men like with feet. And it's so nuanced and really deep in the thick of it. If
Yeah.
you're hardcore dedicated to certain elements or aspects of what feet can do, the aesthetic and things like that, yeah, you're a foot fetishist. Put that
Hmm.
on your resume.
Yeah.
It's official. But you now have a scientific reason for it. And when you
Hmm.
dive kind of deeper into that, you might discover, oh, well, that's why some of my other, let's say, adjacent kinks make sense too. Because if it's sensory in terms of touch, you like the way feet feel, then maybe that's also why you like pantyhose because they feel
Right.
nice too. And so there just might be a lot of blend that suddenly makes sense for you, the individual.
Hmm.
And if you're a provider, geez, that's like a cheat code.
Hmm.
You're digging into like grandma's recipes and be like, I got the one for you. And it's tried, true, and tested, right? I don't know about you, but I still have one of those recipe card books, my grandma's recipes.
No.
So it would literally be like that, right? Like in the Rolodex of fun,
Hmm.
like what do we have here? I have just the thing. And then you can play down or like create your sessions and for that client down
Yeah.
that whole touch sensation thread. Otherwise, it could be aesthetics. Maybe you're the guy who likes the red nail polish or a French manicure. Maybe you just like when they're walking around in Louboutins. Like it could be
Hmm.
the aesthetic thing. Maybe you don't even want them on your body. Like there's so much nuance. And although most kinks have nuance, I feel like foot fetish has a billion threads and
The
stems. Like it
most.
is the
Yeah.
biggest tree you could ever think of. Because even now, I'm still surprised. I didn't realize that some people like upward angled toenails.
Really?
So minute in detail. And that to me then means that there's also people that probably like flat ones or ones that
Flat.
curve
Yeah.
forward. Like what?
Hmm. Hmm.
It's down to the nitty gritty. So there's your excuse, guys. You're welcome.
And I think what's cool too is in a massage parlor, in sex work, it is that common. And they tend to
Mhm.
be any foot fetish session tends to be quite simple for the provider. Like it's very obviously foot focused. It takes a lot of mileage pressure off of her. Again, it's kind of an adventure of what he's looking for. Is it kind of trampling? Is it smelling and worshiping? Like there's so many variations, or a foot job, which I think we've talked about before on here, that can be done. Like in sex work, it's so mainstream that we don't even have to list it really as a fetish service. Like it's just, it could be part of any standard session, really.
Absolutely. Not only a standard one, but it kind of has its in Muse world, it has its own bracket because it's the
Hmm.
stiletto session for
Yeah.
us, even though we call them all fetish sessions.
Hmm.
Um, if I had to guess, now this varies, obviously, I would say in your average day at Muse, there's probably anywhere from a couple to half a dozen foot fetishes that happen.
Hmm.
And that could be the full session, or it could be what you just explained, where it's just a portion. I
Right.
remember when I was an attendant and I had friends that I worked with that did this too. Guys would discover they liked feet in the middle of the session because she put
Really?
herself in a position where the foot was just there and he just decided toe suck or something just like that.
Hmm.
And at the end, he'll be like, I didn't even know I was into that, but that was fun.
Hmm.
And you're like, yes, next level
So cool.
unlocked.
Hmm.
So good. But what a fun way to find out that you like feet as well. And if you don't, they're just there. She's just sitting on you, like whatever, ignore the
Yeah.
feet. But if you do, or it's like suddenly becomes the carrot dangling and you're like, ooh,
Mm.
your toes are cute. Like it can be
Yeah.
that innocent and simple. And for some people, that could be it. That's the way it goes. I like that
Yeah.
girl. So and so at such and such place has really cute toes. And that's as far as he thinks about it. For other
Yeah.
people, they go down the rabbit hole. Toes are life. I'm sure of
Right.
that. So it really depends. But I love how much that allows you to play
Hmm.
because you don't have to get stuck in any one category. You can phase in and out of the like or the fetish altogether. You can ignore feet for 10 years and jump back in. Doesn't
Hmm.
make a difference, right? So we got some other replies here, and what I loved is it was both providers and clients replying. So
Okay.
like the details and the perspective. So there's a gentleman here named Coben, and he says, because female feet look sexy and cute, you could say the same thing regarding butts and breasts, I guess. You'd receive the same answer. It's a matter of personal taste. I
Hmm.
also like the contrast between a pretty girl and her smelly feet,
Ooh.
right? That's a win. We all like
Hmm.
contrasts of some sort. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like, especially when you're talking smelly feet, you're diving into something that's like a no-no. Like you shouldn't
Hmm.
have that happening. So it's like an additional cliche or additional like naughtiness, I think.
Right.
Super hot. Another dude here says it's a reflection of their femininity. Ugly feet is masculine to me, and pretty feet is feminine. I've known some
So
boys with some pretty feet though.
really, I think it's just so up into like how it's interpreted, right?
For sure, for sure.
Hmm.
I appreciate all people with pretty feet, actually. I think I'm a feet fan more than I am a feet
Hmm.
fetishist. I'm not into them sexually that way. But if you were like, we're out somewhere and you're like, oh, look at that gorgeous woman over there, I would check out the full outfit and then I'd be like, oh, she also got really nice feet.
And
Totally point it out.
you know what? It's so layered because I was even thinking like I'm not into feet at all, but playing into power dynamics, being beneath someone is super appealing to me. So it still is play on the foot. It's just a different
Sure.
dynamic of it.
When isn't it helpful when men take care of their feet? Like, listen, some
Hmm.
of them been through a rough life, they'll have rough feet. But if you take
Right.
care of them, it can just be that more enticing. But if a guy has cute feet, to me, I'm just like, you just scored extra points. Like, because it could really be a no-fly zone. And now I'm never gonna let you like have sex with socks on because you have cute feet. What are you doing?
Right.
Like, take those little puppies out. Let's run on the beach somewhere. They're cute for those little toe pictures when you're both on vacation. Like I'm all for the
Right.
cute feet. You have cute feet. Our editor has cute feet. I have cute. I'm here for the girls with the cute feet.
That's it.
Okay, so a girl here. I think she's a femdom actually. Multiple fetishes and kinks are mixed, and that's why I like it. Body worship, taboo fascination, smell and pheromones, and also sweat. I guess if that's for you. Degradation equals a foot fetish. Also, armpits are the same.
Mm.
It's true. It's more niche, but those all those like factors are exactly the
Hmm.
same. So fun. Here's another one from a dominatrix, and she goes, because they feel safe beneath them.
Oh, dig
Right?
that.
There's layers there too. Because the
Hmm.
mental, when you feel safe under the power of a dominant, that is such a
Hmm.
magical relationship. That's kind of where I'm thinking like the child stuff comes in because a safety
Right.
feeling, especially in sex, like in the midst of a sexual scene or session, um, you can't put a price on that feeling. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter what you're into. You cannot put a price on that feeling of safety. And so if that makes you open up or relish more into what you like,
Hmm.
10 points for the dominatrix because she done her
Yeah.
job. Like it's a short and sweet tweet, but my God, I loved it.
You want to go deeper. You want to go all the way? Let's go deep throat.
Good evening to all my Sunday night lovers. Welcome to another episode tonight of Deep Throat with your favorite sexologist, Emily Muse. We are diving into something that is way up on my love list and might be on yours too, or might be after this episode. So tonight we are talking about something called CNC, consent, non-consent. What does it mean? What does it mean in terms of naked activities? Why do people like it? And how can you incorporate it into your lovemaking sessions to add an extra element of surprise, unknown, adventure? Yes, to all. So let me explain to you what this exciting adventure is all about. It involves role play and dynamics that normally surround something of non-consent. We'll use the word grape for today, but it can mean a number of things. It usually involves crimes and role-playing crimes. So things like a stranger breaking into your house, or, a risky walk down a dark street as a single female, or role-playing said things with your partner in the safety of your bedroom, or at your favorite massage parlor with your favorite sex worker, and always with consent. That's the key. So I think there's a lot of social media and pop culture assumptions about women with grape fantasies. And no offense to you guys, especially some of the men on microphones out there in the podcast world, they have some very strange assumptions about why us ladies love it, and they completely eliminate the fact that men like it too. It's not always the man who's the dominant, and it's not always about some sort of drama. It can be, but not always. So I'm going to start you guys off tonight with a hilarious clip from a podcast that I love to watch, and especially when I'm cooking, cleaning, or doing something where I want some laughter in the background. This is Luke and Pete talking sheet, and they talk about consent, non-consent. Let's watch.
CNC. Have you heard of CNC?
Never.
CNC is consent, not consent. So I'm consenting to not giving consent.
Oh, I'm consenting to not consent.
Yeah.
I'm saying I'm gonna say I don't want it.
Yeah.
But take it from me.
It's like when you in a police interview and they're like,
Yeah.
oh, well, you clearly, she said stop. You know, but she consented to not consent. But she said stop. She's not doing that anymore. Yeah.
No, but you need to say the consent, not consent, over, real life, stop.
Yeah.
Don't they sometimes have a break word?
Yeah, safe word.
A safe word. But, like a safe word, like going against the safe word is like,
No, you can't do
have
that.
two safe
You
words.
can't- No, why do we have 7? Maybe you spell the safe word out. You have to spell it out. Like, she's dyslexic. That's not how you spell bananas.
No, yeah, bananas. Oh, that's a catchword.
Yeah.
Is it 2 N's or 1?
I love funny men. If y'all are funny, send your jokes my way. I'll get a kick out of it. Anyways, let's dive into what all this stuff means, because really the basis of CNC is around explicit consent. Explicit consent. It needs to be stated, restated, underlined, and even better if it's signed on paper. Because of the way our law constructs work, it's really, really, really important for both parties to participate in said explicit consent. And that means having conversation before the naked fun. Doesn't sound always that fun to have like a team meeting first, or an interview, but it's absolutely necessary for your enjoyment, for the scene to go correctly, and so no one gets in trouble afterwards, but so that everyone enjoys themselves as well. So how is explicit consent given? First of all, conversation. Always starts with communication and conversation. Second of all, safe words. And a safe word isn't stop,
slow down. Okay, that's enough. Oh, no, 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 no. No. It has to be a word or an expression that you would never use in a sexual scenario. Pineapple, flamingos, fire hydrant, like something out of the ordinary. So if it's said, it almost will like trip the dominant or every player in the scene's brain to think, oh, wait a minute, that doesn't fit. That means something.
Oh, here's one. It's similar to what I said. I discovered feet by accident. It was in the throes of passion, and her foot went up by my face. I started sucking her toes. The moan she let out was a surprise, and something clicked
Ooh,
in my head. Hey, I like this, and I've been an admirer ever since.
wow.
I don't blame her. That shit feels good. The first time your
Mm-hmm,
toes are licked, especially if you've never had it happen before, it's like a double take. Wait, what? Do that again.
mm-hmm.
So good.
Very cool.
Mwah. So, so good. Um, okay, here's another chick. I don't know. Women's feet are just cute and sexy. Maybe partially a humiliation thing for some. Since most other people think feet are gross, there could be an element of it being forced to sniff, to lick, to kiss, to worship.
Mm-hmm,
Absolutely makes sense, especially if you have a bit of a humiliation kink alongside.
mm-hmm.
And feet are good for that because
Yeah.
there's some trampling fun for you.
Mm-hmm,
For sure. Here's a chick. I'm a woman and I love feet too. Feet lovers likely love feet because there's on a psychological level, it could be a princess thing, a queen, or even a noble effect.
mm-hmm,
If she's kept well manicured, well taken care of, then on a subconscious level, she can appear as high stock and high standard,
hmm.
which is
I
true.
get it. I
It's
get it.
absolutely true. Devil's in those details, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here's a dude whose name is Archduke. You could tell what he likes. It's more how they're dressed, shown, and presented. So clearly visual with this guy. To
Yeah.
me, I'm like, this guy's a spender as well because he likes nice
Mm-hmm.
shoes. He'll pay for your
With toe
pedicure.
rings,
He's buying
anklet.
the pantyhose, the French ones with like the line up
Yeah.
the back. Yeah, he invests in his fun. That's so different from the like wear your dirty gym shoes guy who's
Right.
all about like the grimy and that
Mm-hmm.
doesn't take investment. It just doesn't.
Yeah.
You don't need to spend. You need to dig in the back of your closet. Um, Human sexuality is complex, says a guy named Chad. Foot fetishism, the cross wiring through the cortex, a process of addiction. It can be child psychosexual development triggers as well. Question seems on a confirmation bias to me, but I would say most start at intellectual curiosity. And I think that's fair because if you're a kid, you're curious. If you're older and you're trying something new, you're curious.
Mm-hmm.
If you're Googling the best pizza place near you, you're curious. Like,
Yeah.
that makes sense to me all around. Um, okay, here's a gentleman who's a feet sub. That's what his handle is. Because in the feet you can see everything. Bloodline, class, elegance, culture. Just the color selection says a lot about a woman. The shoes she wears, they have a history. The poses, the way she handles her feet, they all have a history. It's way beyond a sexual craving for some of us. It's a lifestyle.
Wow.
It's a
Very
hot way
well
to word
said,
it, right?
though. Yeah.
So good. His profile picture is a very handsome gent in a suit. So I'm like, come on, 50 Shades of Harvey Specter fun right there. That's how you deliver it. So similar to like acupressure and stuff, each part of the foot is mapped out to connect to a different part of your body.
Okay.
So if you're diving this deep into like the history of where her shoes have walked and like it bleeds into so much empathy too, because it's taking the limerick of put someone in your shoes and bringing it to real life that way. And then also connecting the fact that the bottom of your feet connect to every other part of your body.
Right.
Yeah, everything is in those feet. Like you could tell a lot about a person, how not necessarily to the number, but you can tell how many miles someone has walked, what kind of life they've led. Like same as hands. Do they work with their
Mm-hmm.
hands or not? Like you can tell
Yeah.
if someone's an artist. You can tell if someone's a mechanic. Like there's just certain things. I found that one super fascinating.
Very cool.
Um, those were my picks for there was like thousands of replies under that thread, hence the
Hmm.
popularity of feet. But I love the different perspectives between not
Hmm.
just customers, but foot lovers and their customers and the providers, and especially with the girls coming from different escorts, dominatrix, femdom, all those kind of different categories kind of coming together with a lot of nuance, but a lot
Hmm.
of similarities. It's
Yeah.
a lot of, they honor the feet in
Hmm.
any way, shape, or form. And I think it's so beautiful. If we all paid as much attention to the food we eat, or when you see some flowers outside, like to that detail, I've never
Yeah.
stared at a flower and been like, the history of this rose, just like,
Right.
it's amazing. But if we did, we'd have a good 5 minutes of that day. Like, we
Hmm.
really should smell the flowers or smell the feet, I guess, a little bit more.
It really is fascinating. I'm
It's
still
so
stuck on
cool.
the neurological aspect of it, but I mean, I've been thinking this whole time as we're talking about, there really isn't any other fetish that has this many layers. And I mean, we could probably talk for 3 or 4 episodes and then still continue to learn more. Like
Oh, for
it is
sure.
that deep and vast.
It is. I think that's why we've done a few episodes about it. I think you've done a tip. I think I've done a deep throat. Like there's more. That's just talking about feet in general. Like, no, you know what? I did my deep throat about foot jobs. Hop onto Patreon, guys. You'll find it all over there. All of what we're talking about. But trampling, for example,
Hmm.
there is a right and a wrong way to trample in terms of safety. And
Yeah.
yet there are 9,000 different ways that people like to be trampled. It's different. Even if you think I'm just stepping on someone, it varies. Some people
Hmm.
just like to be lightly kind of tapped with your foot, or you sit on something and then move your feet around on them so it's gentle. Some people like you to jump full on them. Some people like you to squish their private parts. Some
Yeah.
people, I had a client that liked me to good leap between his throat and his penis back and forth.
Hmm.
It was terrifying. My first time, I was leaning on the massage table with half my weight, and he got mad about it. And he was like, I need full weight. And I was like, are you mad? It's crazy town. But again, I had to ask him, okay, we need a safe word then. Okay, I need to know how much
Yeah.
pressure you like. Like, and he held my foot and he pushed and he was like, okay, that's when. Like that's
Hmm.
enough. So I had to know his limits. And God, you want to talk sweating, trampling session will do
Yeah.
it. But there's 9,000 ways: the front of the body, the legs, the back of the body, just the junk. Like, trampoline can be just as extensive. We could do a
Hmm.
whole episode about that too.
Yeah.
So, all the feet fun to be had, which I think is absolutely awesome. And we actually found a second thread, didn't we? Because Twitter rocks.
It did. I don't have it here, but it is
Mm.
from at yes, Miss Gemma.
Okay, I've got it. And I think this is so cute because we are nearing the end of October. And so the question is, do feet guys get sad when the weather gets cold again and girls stop wearing sandals? Or are you happy to see cute boots and Uggs? And I
Hmm.
giggled at this because I love the spring because my penis brain is like, the girls are coming out because the sandals, the short skirts, the tank tops, the titties, they're all making an appearance. We haven't seen them since September. So, hello,
Yeah.
ladies. How are you? And to me, the hottest thing in the spring is when a hot girl walks by you and she smells like suntan lotion.
I was just
Immediate
going to
brain
say
boner
that.
for me. Yeah.
I know you love
Where'd she
sunscreen.
go? Like, I'm just like, let's go, let's go.
I think
So
it just depends
sexy.
on which like area of the fetish you're into because I think for
Mhm.
some, yeah, it's like, oh man, spring or summer's over. I gotta wait till next spring. But for others, it's like wrap them up, get them sweaty, let me lick them.
Absolutely. It's like prime time. And that
Yeah.
contrast is interesting. And most of the time, not all, but most of the time, those two things don't overlap for the same foot fetishist.
Right.
Most people, now, smell and stuff like that doesn't always need to mean bad either. Some people love
Right.
the smell of clean feet or use
Hmm.
this specific, Bath and Body Works lotion I got you or something like
Hmm.
that. But the scents and all that obviously come more into play with, I guess, the winter months.
Hmm.
So fun. The replies were amazing. And a big mix again from customers, fetishists, providers all across the board. So I'm going to fire some of these off. They might give you a bit of a giggle. Um, Low key sad, but feet after walking around in Uggs all day smells divine.
Mm.
Like others here, enclosed shoes means stronger smell. Devil emoji. This just means that feet are getting stinky. Hurrah! The word hurrah in ages. The part about Ugg season that makes me happy is that the feet will smell so hypnotic that I'm so weak and easy to lose control.
Mm.
Another guy in caps lock. We definitely get sad. It's just upset. This time of year is the worst for us, especially in the Midwest. He is American. He must hate when that summer fun goes away. Ugg and Croc season. Hands up emojis. He's excited.
Wow.
Sky Richard says, I genuinely thought about this the other day, how sad it was that I wouldn't see any more flip flops. Crying emoji. It's genuinely upset. I love it. Yes, ma'am. I get very sad. Make it stop. I love Twitter. Sex for Twitter is the funniest place. Hell yes, I get sad. Sad as fuck. Fuck them boots. I don't like Uggs.
Time to hit a beach and go on vacation.
So fun. Girl here, she says, I love fall because the boots come out, and often boots and fall fashion go well with tights and pantyhose. And we know
Mhm.
guys that love tights and pantyhose. A lot of girls I know wear nylon boots and stuff on purpose to the office, especially if they're providers. They'll change into their heels, but sweat them up when they go back into their indie hours. Hold on, long tweet. Into their indie hours for their next session. So they use
Hmm.
their 9 to 5 job to rank them up, and I think that's genius. It's absolutely genius. So I've known many a teacher and stuff in high heels all day, and your feet are disgusting by the end of the day. But it's perfect if you like it.
Yeah.
So good. um, okay, this is a great question. Says same guy, Chad, answered the other thread that we were just reading. Boots and Uggs, in addition to their aesthetic appeal, it can also include robust fantasies, magnifying their appeal. But for us ride or die enthusiasts, nothing supersedes sandals occupied by gorgeous, dope ass feet. He's so good. There's a whole bunch of replies that say both, both, both.
Okay.
So, another guy says, hell nah, fresh feet out of the Uggs, top tier.
Wow.
I love the comment thread. No, not for me at least, because I'm a big sock guy. Summer doesn't
Okay.
have a lot of socks, right? I don't wear a lot of socks. I hate socks
Hmm.
personally. Socks and bras, just fuck that. I want to live a life without them.
Oh.
Boots are nice, but I get sad during the winter unless they have tights on, because then I can imagine how those toes look.
Ooh, the imagination.
Oh, good. So what you said at the very beginning about the subway guys, the guys on the bus that are still like, yeah,
Yeah.
they're envisioning through your Uggs
Right.
into your tights. It's so fun. Those are the only ones I got, but they gave me quite a giggle because men are amazing. They're also honest. It's so
Yeah.
cute. Honest and yet again similar themes or similar words of
Yeah.
expression, even though we just touched on what like 8 different nuances of foot fetish right there.
Mhm.
It's so
Really cool.
fun. I just love it. I love foot guys. Yay to the providers accommodating, the creativity. Shout out to Uggs. They've made some of our
Yeah.
ladies a lot of money.
If
You
you
know what
want to
was missing?
explore your foot fetish, come into Muse and ask one of the girls
100%.
about it.
You know what's actually really common at the spa with the guys into the smells is
Hmm.
Converse and old runners, but
Hmm.
Converse shoes have their own niche. Like, no
Hmm.
offense to your, Nike gym shoes or whatever. The amount of clients, I'd say over the 16 years that we've gotten
Hmm.
emails specifically asking who and how many girls have like old Converse shoes, hundreds,
Yeah.
hundreds upon hundreds over the years. The amount of girls that have Converse shoes blows my mind because if I text the whole team, like 80% are like me, 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 me. And I'm like, what? I've never owned a pair of Converse shoes in my life.
Really? Yeah, it's like a
Never.
cult following with Converse. Something different.
Like Doc Martens back in the day, kind
Yeah,
of.
but I think it stood the test of time more. And to be quite honest with you, It is a
Oh,
really good shoe. Like in terms of like my kids, if they wear Converse, they never kill them. Like they hold up.
really?
Yeah, because they have the
Well,
thick
that's
rubber
perfect.
bottom.
That's perfect for a fetishist then, because you can have those stinkers around forever.
Yes, there you go.
Who knew? Who knew? I love it. So interesting. This was a fun little dive into sex work Twitter. I'd say, guys, if you're not on Twitter, hop over there. Follow us at
Mhm.
Muse on the Mic for sure. You can find my personal account, Riley's personal account. You'll see it under Muse on the Mic. And there's even some pics of our girls' feet, and yeah, you'll
Mhm.
find all the fun. Find
Yes,
everything you need. Follow us. Your algorithm will change, and suddenly you'll be like, "Sex work Twitter, I've arrived." I'm
yep.
warning you though. Don't open that app in public. A little saucy. I love it. Well, guys, I hope everyone enjoyed this. Boys, take care of your feet, take care of your ladies' feet or your favorite feet, whoever they belong to. Hell, take care of our feet too while you're at it. We'll see you next time on Muse on the Mic. Bye,
I got
guys.
it.